somewhere in Afghanistan, there is a major Katy Perry fan. I know this because I went to make a documentary called Afghanistan, the Unknown Country. I came up with that title. I'm pretty proud of it. It was to see the country through the eyes of the great journalist Lise Doucette, and that is the eyes of someone who loves that place and its people, not someone who fears it or fights it. So we went to every corner, and we went to poetry evenings. We went to New Year's up in the north. We had a blast. But something was bothering me. A lot of the country is rural. Most of the country is rural and doesn't have access to roads. So I got it in my head, as I often do when I'm making a film, that we needed to go somewhere that we could not access by roads. So we found a place. The great Shwaib Sharifi, Afghan journalist, found us a village, and we were going to walk there and visit the village. So we did. We set off with donkeys carrying our stuff, and it was going to be like 2 or 3 hours. 2.5 hours in, we were very clearly out in the middle of nowhere. Our donkeys were grumpy, and so was I. We asked them, like, how far is it? And they were like, oh, yeah, probably another hour. And we thought, uh-oh, this is when it becomes the march of interminate distance. Another hour, they were like, it's another hour. Like, don't worry about it. Another hour goes by, and the funniest thing happens, which is I look off in the distance, and I see what is definitely a car. And what I am pretty sure is our car with our driver, Ghaffar, driving. And I say, is that a car? And Schwab says, no, Melanie, it's not a car. I mean, because honestly, what is he going to say at that point? I was like, I know a car when I see one. But we were committed to our donkey walk. And I guess a lot of people didn't have cars. So, and it's true, most people lived rurally. So in the end, we walked about 5 or 6 hours with our donkeys, and Ghaffar, our driver, met us there, smiling. He'd had time for tea. He was pretty relaxed. When we arrived, we were greeted by the oldest woman in the village. It's a lovely tradition. If there are women in your party, the oldest woman will come out to greet you. And you just felt this warmth and this hospitality. They were very happy to see us. And Lisa's reputation travels everywhere, even to people who have never left their village. So it's like a great honor to experience that country with her. And we had dinner, we did some interviews, we talked. And when it was time to go to bed, nighttime had fallen. And it became clear where we were going to sleep. And the chief of the village said, Lise and I, you're going to sleep with my wife and my daughters. And this was to show us great honor, and because we were high-ranking female guests, that's the best room in the house. So, obviously at that point, everyone is super covered up, right? Like we are all fully covered. And the guys, I'm going to go off and sleep somewhere, very comfortable, very welcome, a little more humble. We go in, the women are all still very quiet. Door shuts. As soon as that door shuts, whew, everything is off, right? All the head coverings, all the scarves, burqas are gone. And what I don't think a lot of people know about Afghan women is they love color. They love embroidery and sparkles. They love like little mirrors in their clothes. And they are beautiful. They're funny. They love to laugh. You don't see that because you don't expect it. You sort of trained it out of your mind, maybe. And that's still there. And like the moment they had a chance to have us to themselves, it was all on. And it was super comfortable. It was super warm. We sat down, and how I know they loved Katy Perry was they got out their phone and they started playing Katy Perry clips for me on their phone in the middle of nowhere. And I was laughing. And then because I was a foreign woman, they wanted to know about my sex life. Yeah, that's right. No shyness. They just wanted me to tell them all about it. They wanted to know, what is it like? What is the sex life of a foreign woman like? And I laughed, and I was like, I'm going to disappoint these girls so much, because I was such a workaholic that a few days earlier, Lise and I had been laughing because we'd gone through airport security in Kabul, and they have a woman to do the body searches. And I came out of, and the woman, I'd gone through, and the woman had said, oh, you have a nice body. And I came out and I said to Lise, I was like, oh, Lise, the airport security woman said I had a nice body. And Lise said to me, she's like, Melanie, if the last person who told you you had a nice body is Kabul airport security, you need to think about your life. And again, we laughed. I did a lot of laughing with her, a lot of laughing in Afghanistan. And so I was thinking about this as these girls are like expecting me to like give them lots of tales of like romance and, you know, soap operas and whatever they've been seeing on their phones. And instead I was like, how do you feel about Britney Spears? I can show you Britney Spears. Like, maybe that'll get it. You know, that's what I've got to offer you. How about Beyonce? And we had, what I remember from that night that we spent is warmth and laughter and the unexpected. I mean, the unexpected was walking 5.5 hours when there was a road. The unexpected was the color and sparkle and beauty and questions. And I carry that with me. I carry them with me. It's a reminder that we don't know what's out there. We don't know what lies underneath. Sometimes it's wonderful. And even if we can't see it now, it's still there.